Alright, let's get started. There's a lot I want to potentially change up here. But we'll get there when we get there. And there's a lot for me to remember as well. Ay. Okay. So, first thing I want to do is potentially move all of this forward. I'll decide what we do on a setting for, like, custom AA defense, but let's just remove that. And then if we put that in a more centralized position, like over here, then in theory, we should be okay. Oh, hold on, that should be set that way. But yeah, quick debug note just for keeping everyone informed. There was supposed to be a World War I op today. Unfortunately, I have made the unfortunate realization that there's some dependency bullshit that is going to prevent me from hosting any World War I ops, I think, ever. Because those mods are so old and no one really touches them anymore. But because of that... But yeah, it's annoying. There's basically a hidden dependency that they pull from IFA, which doesn't have that dependency in its normal or light version anymore because those IFA is kept up to date. But World War I, the last updates for it, for one of the mods was 2019, and then the other one was 2021. So, I mean, that's, 3 to 5 years, and yeah, unfortunately, it's just not going to be compatible anymore, which I wish I kind of knew that before I spent 3 hours making a really cool, like, custom trench area and whatnot. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm also not that mad about it because that's given me a lot of experience to make some 40k trench lines and whatnot, and especially with the trencher mod, I can get that shit done quickly. But there is a little bit of a learning curve with that mod, so either way, I'm happy with it. I'd probably be a lot more annoyed if that was just for, a 1 or 2 off, but it also means that I can, automatically knock out 2 ops on my list. And I'm also not that mad at it because, it's still less work at the end of the day because I don't have to do the 2 other ops. Because it's not possible. Could throw in an extra 40k Kriegsman op if I have the time, but right now I'm kind of in a drawdown anyway. Let me tab out and check something real quick. Alright, cool. Guess Twitch is just bugging out. Usually we have a few people that drop in and say hello by now, and when I don't see that, I go, oh, did the band return? Lamau. But yeah, I'm going to be spending the next, I want to say, 2 or so hours working on POG's Pay4Campaign. We've got Op 10 in play. I've got a few ideas for what I might want to do, but I know there's also quite a few upgrades and other things I'm going to have to set up based off of what a lot of people have asked me for. And then I need to recheck all the videos and documents to make sure I get everything accurate because my notes are a little bit of a mess. Respawn position, we want to be like here because otherwise they might spawn on the surface. And then you got the arsenal right there. You got the teleporter. But yeah, I'm going to mark this as the frontline position. Yeah, there you all are. So I'm going to be working on everything I owe POG, everything that was given. Because we have that. I've got another document here. That was like another plane in F-18. Right there. And then I need to see what we have to add things. Oh yeah, Charlie, that was the whole point of it. I mean, people running off solo and fighting a raccoon. I mean, I'm sure Sam was probably a bit pissed about that, but at the same time, he's one of those aggressive solo players, and he watching him get iced by the raccoon was a little satisfying as a Zeus, because again, and it's not against him personally, it's any player that, runs off on their own and finally meets their maker over that Makes me smile. Alright, I'm going to start tabbing out, looking at individual things we got to do here. So we're currently at... Yeah, so we need to add switchblades to the arsenal. Oh boy. Attributes. Arsenal options. It was the Hellfire one where the drones were on. These guys, it should be right. But I know Patch also sent me a new breakdown. I swear to God, if they switch it back to green 4 again, I'm going to just say, bro, I'm not doing that.
Now.
There was a sub there. Give me one moment. Let's see.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
We have to add the switchblades. Give me 1 second on that.
Send
That sounds
in
like
Goat
give subs,
Team
though.
6
I'll
now.
just gotta find where the switchblade launchers are. Because I don't remember. I think it's under launchers, actually.
Send in Goat Team 6.
And if it's not there, then I really need to remember. Oh boy. The dreaded scroll through.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Like I said, there's a lot of components we have to add because a lot of things change as we near that 10K mark for this silly, silly campaign. And I swear to God, I can't find where these damn switchblades are to save my life. Am I losing my sanity here? Alright, let me tab out and at least see who did that. Silent Knight, thanks for gifting out 5 gift subs. If you got a sub from Silent Knight or you are Silent Knight, feel free to shoot me a loadout with 3 CB factions, RHS, or vanilla gear, and I will make sure you fight Pog today. Otherwise, hope you all keep enjoying the operation so we get a nice kick out of this. Have I played Mech Warrior? No. Do I have that mod even loaded on the server? Because that's going to be a problem if I don't. I could have sworn it was in the mod set. Yeah, it's in the mod set, so what? Yeah, so it's a tube. So why am I struggling to find this thing? Or is it as a crew served weapon? No, that still wouldn't make any sense. Let me try the numbers then. I see, okay. It's under here. It's always weird where they bury stuff. Alright, that takes that. Yeah, Silent, you can shoot in a kit. Jam, I can't. Ah, gotcha, that's fine. Alright. Oh, I clicked the wrong button there. That accidentally opened TeamSpeak. Alright, so we have that. Ah, right, yes. And then the other thing the player base gains. But I also... So, okay, I get 2 T14s. Let me note that real quick. Two T14s, but they also get one of these, which... This is gonna... This is gonna be funny. Or, you know what? I'm gonna do, what's the vanilla one? The 270. I'm curious, though. Can this be, like, changed out? Or... No. Alright. That's funny. Alright, and that is synced. Now I gotta... look at the document here again. So they've got the 2 linebackers still. They also have a T-34. Okay. I honestly need to review the end of that video to see what vehicles actually got smashed, because I could have sworn they lost a linebacker or 2 somewhere. But here, we can just open that puppy up. 1 second. That was, what, 2 weeks ago? So it would have been, what, 10/23, 24, something like that. me just look through a few of my VODs
Yeah,
here.
we're stuck there plinking at me.
That's not that one. That's Secret War. Oh god, wait, no, those are super old. Actually, no, those are mid-October. Whoops. It's this one. Yeah, 3 hours of hell. Good god. And we have Plinko up there as well. I want to see if I have a view of their spawn point. Here's the super tank getting blooped around. Got the Land Rovers in play. Okay, hold on. So there's an engineering site up there, and they managed to, I think, destroy that. So they take out one of the AA sites. I think everything else, though, was otherwise preserved. Yeah, because we added a few other sites as well. Trying to see if I have a shot on their base. Nope. It's a crazy kill count, though. Yeah, no, they rushed with one of the linebackers in the end. I remember that part. Symbolism-wise, I still see the BM. I still see the tank. But yeah, no, I think they lost both linebackers, actually. But they still have the T90 and the BM2T. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those from play, because they basically used those in the rush last time. And then we also, I know they lost the SOCOM Humvee. Alright. And then that teleport should still work. Now I need to also look up what Kana Kings told me. He wanted to upgrade the Viper into a... Okay. Add the iHads, and then they want this to be changed into the AH-64D. Let me just reply that that's been done, even though that was sent 2 days ago. That's fine. Okay. So a frontline position has been given. The only other thing I need to do now is put down 14s. We're getting a pair of those per AO now, so I'll put those 2 there. 2 there. 2 there. It double-clicked. Yep, that's fine. Oh, wow, there's 2 markers there. A lot of stuff back in play. All right, now to look over my note cards here, because there's a lot. All right. Now I'm going to be adding to the single use of Op4 here, because, yeah. 1 nope rope. 2 AA squads. No, they were teams. No, they were AA squad. Damn it. 1 fire team. Okay. We have 2 hive minds. 5 squads. Which tallies up here, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm gonna start combining numbers here. The shielded pancakes we put in last stop, I remember that. One of the hive minds died. The glass cannons died. We sent the bullies in. The mortars did not die. We have another 4 AA teams. Three priest groups. Eight T14 vanillas. Another super T34. Don't mind me, I'm just reading my chicken scratch here. Another fire team, another squad. I think we got most of the Tiggies destroyed, but including that, I think we have about 12 Tigresses remaining. We have another turtle tank. We didn't even get to deploy the turtle tanks last time because there was just so much shit. We were up to 15 bullies. I think some survived.
Liru, I want my
Some were gunned down, though. I remember that part. Tell Mac what, Silent. If it's something to send to him, you can send it to me and I can forward it to him. Especially if it's Spice and Wolf related. And then 5 AT, 5 MG teams. Okay. But we got everything else in. For that one, and we got everything else for that one. Right. Alright, cool. That's all in. I think the only other question I have is oh no, we did have a tank site. Yeah, so there's 4 AI training facilities on the map right now. I think one got airstruck in the previous mission. One... Let me go look at the video real quick, because there might have also been a heli site. I just want to check at the moment. Yeah, there's the linebackers rushing in that previous AO. I mean, that's why a lot of stuff got heavily taken out. It was funny, though. Just a massive blitz at the end. A game of can the server handle XYZ? But yeah, that Tigris spam was also pretty nuts. Yeah, alright, I think we got everything, because we still have just a massive amount of stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead. We put the tank site up here. Yeah. I think the other thing I want to make sure is there was a hive mind over here. It got killed, but we had another hive mind, so I'm going to throw that over here. And let me just make sure. How many hive minds? Yeah, we have 2 hive minds total again, so I'll put that there. There were no weapon upgrades, so these garrisons are going to stay the way they are. But yeah, from the player base having right there to move in on, I think that's fine. And then I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, then we can just put the additional A10 and F18 there. Oh, hold on. I'm forgetting another thing. God, we're up to 8 of them, if I recall correctly. The missile jammers. Right. So the Tunguska Towers by Seeker we also got in, but we still have the Nope Rope. We still have all this other stuff. Yes. Alright, cool. Oh, okay. So I think scenario-wise, that's good. We still have that massive garrison set right there, but hopefully by putting the front line right there, it gives us a more direct firing position to engage. Or if they want to take over this area and set up a base of fire, and then we can just, you know, throw stuff at them, that would also be nice. I think what I should do... Oh, it's a holo figure? Nice. It was Op 9 where we first used the sub-kits. Speaking of... I think he sent me it via BI Arsenal, but let me get... I think he sent it with a minigun, though, and that's not in... NI Arms isn't in this one, but here, let me... find that kit. There it is. Perfect. Let me look up something else real quick. It would be set name, right? Gotcha. Set name. Oh god, because he's labeled as Achilles 117 here, but I totally forget what his actual thingamajig is. So I'll just stick with that. It might have been... No, blanking on the name. We'll do it this way. But let me also look back at the tab. Do I have to quote it? I do have to quote it. Okay. Just to hard code the name in. Oh, and then proper syntax. Put that at the end. Alright, cool. Shark, did you send me one? Can you just reping me on Discord, broski? It's one per month, though. One per sub, gift sub, resub, blah, 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 if you know what I mean. Just trying to think if there's anything else. Otherwise, we can just start working on some more crazy custom comps. Yeah, no problem, Shark. Alright. Well, first off, I'm going to label this up here as debug. So they don't touch it. I have an idea. It's a really bad idea. But you know me and my bad ideas. They can turn out to be really good ideas if we try hard enough. Oh, okay. Bear with me. What if... we made a tree? Okay, but not any tree. A very special Christmas tree. Gotta be careful about rotation. Tempted if I make it fly or not. Or would that be terrifying enough? It's hard to say. Alright, Shark, let me deal with that real quick as I think about what monstrosity I wish to create. And you called it that. Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I can only use 2 words. So I'm just gonna put it that way. Oh no. Yeah. We'll just do that then. Are you happy now? Okay. Alright. Yeah, why not? Inspired by that silly little mech I made. I guess the one problem I'm gonna have here is this needs to be, like, super high. I want it to be a partial missile shield, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna fully protect these things. So... Oh. Oh, that's an even more interesting idea. What if we were to, What the hell am I thinking? Yeah. Yeah, that's cancer. That's actually cancer. Alright. Doesn't even want to sync out properly. That's the funny part. Oh, that's not at ground level yet. Great. I mean, it's a little early for Christmas, Daz, but you know... I decided to make a little murder tree. And here's the really fun part. What if we gave it 2 little arms to kind of claw out on the sides? Alright, bear with me here. Yeah. Here's the funny thing about the rotation. Yeah. Yeah. So that's our upper part. Yeah, we're making another mech. We're making just something that never should have been born, and yet here we are, just doing our thing. Okay. What should we use for ground vehicles here? Hell on a stick. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I just thought of something really, really bad. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's going on there too. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just gonna guide a bomb onto this thing, but you know, this will be a funny $100, that's for damn sure. It's double tracked. Yeah. Here's how the best way you can do this, though. You just turn into a new layer. Layer 640. So what's that thing gonna have in total? A massive amount of missile launchers, practically no anti-aircraft capability. Yeah, I need to fix that. Here's my idea on how to fix that. 1 second. Nah, you know what? No, just... It's got a massive missile shield, but it can be GBU'd. That's the one issue I have with it. But at the same time, we can just make it appear on the front line. You know, it can just lightning bolt, and then it's there. It just has to be something the player base has to deal with. Alright, I'm probably going to put that on the menu for maybe 150. Because air is going to quickly GBU that thing, but you know what? It will be funny. So let's go ahead and go on the menu here. Hey, Ghost Wolf, how you doing, broski? Where are those Tigresses? I just wrote them down. I know they're here. Yeah, so we have 12 of them. I'm going to put all 12 of them in the AO. Because I'm a monster. But yeah, we're gonna, for every POG mission going forward, we're going to make a random custom composition. Because it'll be funny. Knowing that that random custom composition is going to be a gigantic pain in one of their butts. Yeah. That's all 12 of the Tiggies down. And then I need to I will put like random mobile missile jammers like in the middle just to screw with them. Especially if they're going to be using radar-guided ordnance. And then we'll put 1 or 2 of them in the AO as well. To just kind of completely saturate the AO with ways to absorb missile fire. That way I don't have to waste other vehicle assets on that as well, and we can just focus on spamming the shit out of them. For funsies. But yeah, might come up with another random mech too, but that was just to catch up on the POG file. Only took us about 40 minutes. Do I have S400 sites? No, but honestly, with air being respawnable, How much does it cost to get a an AA site? I'm gonna do some price comparisons here. So an anti-aircraft depot's 30 bucks. And then how much is it to get? Yeah, Tunguska Tower's 10, but it's pretty easy to blow that up. A shielded one is 40. Yeah, so we'll add... Let's see. Spawns a radar and 3 AA missile tubes. Have 4 missiles each. There. So the S-400 for me is also going to... It's basically going to be just a ray and 3 of missiles. So if I were to spawn that, for example, that would be the following. This, and then something like that. And since air respawns, I think that's more than fine. Here's another thing to consider, though. The player base has a respawning HIMAR system now and infinite switchblades. So armor spam is going to be a little less effective, but at the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think the sheer amount of unit spam we have right now, it's going to be a very spam-on-spam fight. But the player base lacks a lot of heavier assets right now on the ground level to get things done. So they either need more infantry or they're just going to get constantly bullied in a corner. But, I mean, with this number being how high it is, I do have 2 options. I mean, it's really going to depend on how well they do tonight. But I could push this number back a little bit and we can double down on these monstrosities, or we can keep that number the way it is and then probably hit the nuke, honestly, as early as next week. But I need to make a USS Wargame, a respawnable USS Wargame composition, so let's actually get that out of the bag, too. So if we were to make a Prometheus, I might make another forward-firing one as well. Let's see. Funny enough, I could make... No, because then the missiles are going to hit whatever's on the forward tube, so we'll keep making that in transport. So we'll have that as our engine module. And that gives us 4 cannons to work with. And then some front stuff. I'm going to be honest, I'm thinking we just load this with AA. And then a shield generator for the center. And then we have something on the front. I'm not going to make it in Ultimate War Games, but I might have that later in the campaign for sure. Anything back here, I'm also a little worried about because it might hit its own flight module, so I'll probably have no weapons on the back, but we can make different stuff. And remember, it being a composition, everything has to be forward-facing by default. So if I were to, for example, have a T-15 shield, that way it can absorb any missiles coming in, and then we have, you know, the Tunguska modernized. And then we can just layer this. You just have to remember, though, with that frontal shield, we really need to keep this thing broadside. But yeah, we can stack them up like that. It's just I'm worried if these things launch directly forward, the missile launcher is going to take it. Which is why I also kind of want to layer it in the middle, but at the same time, it's tough. I'm also going to put one on the rear. Lower it enough so it's not going to hit its own flight module, but at the same time, that's there to absorb missiles. What we then need are cannons and... autocannon capability. Which, actually, now that I think about it, might be better if we just use BMP3s. Because that way we can have both an autocannon and a main cannon. You know? Oh my god, we could get away with a double stack. And then a single stack in the back. And if I really want to be cheeky, which is, of course I do.
Give him a warm welcome, shall we?
It's risky because at the perfect angle... Or I do this. We sub this out. I grab this. I put it forward. I stick it to the back like that. And then we, oh, yeah. We're not done. Yeah. That way, this thing is literally meant to screw with air, but it has the long-range missile systems to compete. What we would want on top of that is as follows, especially for those. And since this would be spawning in and executing, just to make sure I get it right, we're doing it to both, which means that no matter how it actually loads in and executes, it'll have an infinite ammo. So at the end of the day, what does that give us? It gives us 2 shield generators with autocannons, 6 heavy guns with autocannons as well, 2 Tunguskas, and 2 Reyes, which I think for a War Games, this would definitely be considered a War Games light. Starting at 200. So I'm going to write that up real quick. All right. Spawns a respawnable USS War Games with the following armament. 2 T-15s that double as shield generators around the flight module. MI8. Let's see. We had 6 BMP3s with heavy cannon and auto cannon fire. All right, capabilities. too short range Tungus. Oh, cannon and missile launchers. Too long range rear sights. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. It's sleek, it's compact, you can respawn it and just make everyone's day miserable with it, because why not? It's a War Games. And then this is our monstrosity of the week. It'll be a one and done because that's the only way I can do angles here. So let me write that up. For this week, it's an Christmas celebration. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a picture of it and put it on the dock, and it's like, alright, that's what you get. You get what you pay for. Alright, now to throw the entire document's alignment off by importing one picture. Because that's how Google Docs works. Yeah, that's beautiful. Alright. I gotta write something to patch for what we've got. But yeah, that grad is gonna also be funny because I am definitely gonna manually use it and just fire a bunch of shit out of it. But anyway, if you got a sub recently and you haven't already, feel free to DM me a custom kit, and I will make sure you come in and fight the player base if you name it. I will also put in your name as well. But we have a new band of subs that are going to go fight the players, and we'll see if they can make more ground this week. Which I think they will because they have a shit ton of shit to work with. Anyway, guys, we'll be back around 3 o'clock in about 4 hours. But anyway, clarifying question, does respawnable mean more than one can be bought? So, Charlie, I guess technically an infinite number can be bought, but the... Let me explain something. And I'm going to use examples here because that's actually a really good question. This is respawnable because when I actually, you know, select it all and I create it as a custom comp, that means I can save it and then spawn it as needed. So, for example, the Nope Rope is a custom comp I can respawn, but notice how everything's facing one direction forward. Because when I spawn it in and then do attach to, it resets all of its rotations because attach to is built into the Zeus interface. It's not like Achilles with attached to relative, where attached to relative actually saves all of the angle data on the monstrosity, which is why this says limit 1. Because I can only spawn one, not even, that's the wrong way to word it. This is going to be on the server. It's going to be invisible and set to hold fire, but all pre-attached, which is how we made the mech work for the one-off for Hellfire on Sunday, or the previous Sunday. We had that mech in the bottom left corner of the map. So, that's why. If I were to try to make this into a custom composition, it would reset all the angle rotations of these pieces, and it would look even worse. You know? So that's why. Now, if 2 people buy this, I'll just bring it back next week, too. Yeah, so sites, I mean, I can also just spawn in, and we can have spawns immediately, you know, at the 10-minute mark. But sites are also technically custom compositions that I put in. There's just no angle rotations on them. But yeah, that's that. Which, now that I think about it... Yeah. Gosh, I'm an idiot. I was thinking, why are these pieces rotated? That's because they're not attached to anything. If I were to attach them, then they would reset rotation. Blah. Anyway, maybe one day attached to relative will be a feature in Zen, but until then, we just work with what we got
Send in goat
Sound
team
like gifting a
6
sub to Demandra.
now.
If you want to send me a custom kit for this op tonight, feel free to over at Discord. That goes to both of you. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be back in a few hours to cover OFCRA as a PvP match commentary. So, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Don't forget, we also have Plinko, a Wargames site for $500 and twice the cooldown. Do you have any idea? Okay, that would not work because Air is going to be locking down this AO super quick. That's a funny idea. It would not work because as soon as Air detects it, they would just focus on bombing the shit out of it, broski. Trust me on that. But anyway, cheers guys, have a good one. See you in a few hours for OFCRA.